Welcome back to picturesque Newcastle. We're about an hour north of Sydney, and the backdrop for round one of the Australian Offshore Superboat Championship. It's a beautiful city. It oozes rich European history with a contemporary mix of art, culture and relaxed living. Now, its spectacular coastline and pristine beaches have Newcastle celebrated as some of Australia's finest, all located under 5 kilometres from the city centre. Now, the town offers a vibrant nightlife, and it is the gateway to one of Australia's finest wine regions, the Hunter Valley. Now, it's already been a busy weekend for the teams here. Practice session and qualifying have given the crews their first chance to get on the water for the year and run out their boats. But Sunday morning equals race day. All the last-minute checks are well underway. The forecasters, though, they haven't been kind to us. Winds of 25 to 30 kilometres per hour from the southeast with occasional rain squalls. Looks all right now, but later on today, maybe not. The best part, though, 3-metre waves offshore. Testing conditions for round one, and it may well be that just mere concentration will be the deciding factor today. As you can imagine, tensions are high. Teams have been racing the clock to get their boats tuned up and ready to race. Now, joining me in commentary for today's race, Maritimo's crew chief, Peter Muddy McGrath. Pete, looks like a tough day at the office.
Yep, I think they're going to really earn their money today, CJ. It's not going to be easy out there.
Yeah, a 9.25 kilometre course has been reduced to about 7.5 Ks because of those conditions. There's the wind coming out from the southeast, and we are ready for a start here. Round one of the Australian Superboat Championship. 14 boats to start today. Pole position in the Class 1s is Mustang, but it looks like Jaeger is getting a bit of an early jump, Pete.
Yeah, I think he's going to pay for that. He's going to have to come off the throttle and go back again, which will be detrimental to him.
And it looks like the wrong side of the starting boat.
Yes, I think he is.
Race control might have something to say about that. The white flag is down and the rooster tails are up. We are go here in Newcastle for round one of the Superboat Championships. Maritimo off to a great start, but Mustang is in reverse.
Yeah, looks like they got a problem.
That does not augur well for the defending champs. Let's check out the Maritimo helicam and look at that view. They shoot out the harbour there towards the open ocean, but geez, look at the clouds and the rain coming in the background there, out deep. We are on board here. It looks like Maritimo. There it is, on board Maritimo, and they're out there hitting that whitewash, hitting it hard, Pete.
Yep, it's viewing from the throttle, man, and he's working pretty hard at the moment.
Look at that air. You can see how hard and how rough it is. Back in the Maritimo helicam, look at that air. How important is it to get up and get out of the waves, Peter?
Yeah, well, you've got to fly the boat. They're basically an aeroplane on water, and he's doing a nice job at the moment.
Yeah, look at that skipping, dancing along. Now the rest of the field is trying to catch up. And there is Jaeger, another one of the Class 1s, and they have a problem.
Yeah, I think they've been suffering from a fuel blockage, and it looks like it's plaguing them again.
Well, the big boats are struggling out there. What about the small ones in these conditions?
Sometimes you can find the small boats can sneak in and out of the waves and it'll be good, but I think when they hit it on the nose, they're in trouble.
Yeah, speaking of trouble, Tom Barry-Cotter and Paul Verkerk-Nielsen have it written all over them there in Mustang Oz 1. Look at that, they're coming back to the wet pit. Hopefully they'll be able to get back into the race as Maritimo screams by. Look at that, their race is going absolutely swimmingly, unlike the defending Australian champs. Let's see if we can go down there and find out what the problem is.
Unfortunately, that looks like a power steering line come loose. We just had to do that up and then top it back up with oil, and looks like it's bled itself up. So they'll try and do their best, and hopefully somebody else has an issue.
Well, Peter, power steering line, can they get back?
They can give it the best shot. You never know. One of the boats in front of them might pull up.
Yeah, as we're seeing here, look, all classes are being affected here. The FGI boys, they are flying though. It seems their race is going fantastically. So Hogsbrett, look at this in the small conditions, but they are all trying to catch Maritimo. That is there, the Maritimo helicam. Look at these boys, they are going great guns out here, out the back. Those turning speeds, what are they sort of hitting there around the cans?
Oh, pretty well as quick as they can. It's probably in the 70 to 80 mile an hour out there.
Yeah, look, with 1,700 combined horsepower, these boys are flying. Now, they don't have the same muscle, but they are just as exciting, the Supercat 600 class. Let's have a look at the pole sitters for round one here in Newcastle. They are the Dodge Ram team, Cameron Davis and Brett Lerman, his throttleman. Peter, can you tell us about the difference between the classes, especially the F1s and these smaller boats?
Well, obviously the boat is a little bit smaller and they run 2 outboards on the back. They tend to be using later model engines with a lot more torque and seem to be working really well for them.
Handling?
Handling's very similar as the big boats. You're going a bit slower, but you're in a smaller boat, so it all works out pretty similar.
Yeah, 185 kilometres an hour. I don't know how slow that is. Let's see if we can find an onboard shot here of Dodge Ram, if we can check down and see. The throttleman, he is working hard. He's working overtime here, isn't he?
At the moment, he's going out of the harbour and he's looking about 3 waves ahead. The driver's looking about 20 or 30 waves ahead, so just looking for that big lift as they go out of the harbour.
So much power, yet so smooth, and I guess that's the key to it, isn't it?
Oh yeah, it's all about being constant and smooth.
Dodge Ram has a big battle on their hands. They're a great race here in the 600 class. Saracen and Quasi are giving them a run for their money, but look at this, Mustang back in action, back in the race, but they are 3 laps down. It's a big ask, Pete.
Oh yeah, but can you imagine that much power and 2 young fellas? They're going to go for it.
Well, it seems nothing is going for Jaeger at the moment. That fuel problem seems to be back, plaguing them here in round one at Newcastle. But we are with the class leader in the Supercat 1000. It is the good guys, and they are good guys indeed from Mackay, the brothers Christian and Brendan Fryer, all the way from Mackay. They have a big battle on their hands, but none bigger than Maritimo. We've just seen Mustang back into the fray. 3 laps down, they have the power, they have the precision. Can they make it up? It is going to be a battle royale. We'll be back shortly here in Newcastle, round one of the Australian Superboat Championship.